What up, everyone? Thanks for hopping on. We've got 10 minutes still. I don't think it's actually live yet. So, those of you who are just hopping on, relax, grab a cup of tea or coffee, whatever it is you guys drink. I'm still setting up shop here, making sure things are smooth, making sure everyone can hear me. Let me know if you can. Those who are hopping on early on the other side. Those of you guys are hopping on. We're actually broadcasting this live on two different, we got two different sites. Okay, so as you can tell, I am a bit on both worlds right now, just trying to get everything set up. So bear with me for a quick moment. Let's see. Cool. Okay, so got 10 minutes to go. Relax as we are going to get started in 10 minutes. People hopping on. Cool. Spread the word on Instagram right now. It is quiet. I know. Because I'm spreading the word on Instagram right now. I ain't got any live music on right now. I should probably put some music, but actually I'm gonna put on some music right now. As some of you guys start coming in, I'm just gonna put on some break beats. Or not. Gotta love technical difficulties on a live event. Boom. Those of you who are hopping on, you guys can. I strongly recommend you guys skip this in about 20-25 minutes ahead. I am on early so I can set up shop, make sure everything is okay in terms of tech and whatnot. I'm just gonna play some music as I am waiting for you guys to some more people to hop on. Again, those of you who are just hopping on right now, or those of you who are watching the replay, I'm just in here bright and early so I can set up shop, making sure everything is tech-wise, things work out. That way, this webinar and training goes as smooth as possible. My last 3 webinars back in November actually faced a couple tech issues. The first one, I completely forgot to start broadcast, and no one was able to hear anything. I was talking to myself for about an hour. And then the second time I tried to do a rebroadcast. Okay, no one could hear me, but my audio on my headset was all weird for some reason, and no one was able to hear me then. And then things didn't go well until the third one. And third time's the charm. Things worked out, hopefully. And right now, I'm just trying to make sure everything is as smooth as possible for you guys. So we're gonna be starting in about 5 minutes. If come on. Hmm. Sure, why not? I'll broadcast it live. We start in about 4 minutes. I'm counting down, still spreading the word here. If you guys want to help spread the word, I should have showed this earlier. If you guys want to help spread the word here. Here's the link that you guys can use. emeroy.com/live. That's what I'm doing right now, so that's why I'm a little bit quiet. Sorry, everyone. We're going to be starting in about 4 minutes. Welcome everyone. Those of you who are barely hopping on. Boom. Live now. Got the right links. Boom. Hashtag this puppy up. If you're not following me on Instagram, make sure you do. Get and see some dope behind the scenes stuff there. Same with Snapchat. Same handle and everything. Emeroy B. Boom. That's sent. Got time for one more. Sent out a tweet. Next. I'm gonna be starting in 3 minutes, ladies and gents. 3 minutes. In the meantime, just enjoy some of the music. Boom. For beginners. Tweet. Should have formatted that picture for. Yeah, my picture went a little out of format for Twitter, but it's all good. Boom. All right, 3 minutes. I'm set to go here. See how things are going here. Make sure my audio is all good here. Let's see. All right, 3 minutes. I'm set to go here. Good. So one of the ways I personally check the audio is I hop on my laptop, make sure everything is good. Welcome everyone who's hopping on. We're gonna be going live. We're gonna be starting in about 2 minutes. Training goes live. Training starts in 2 minutes. Enjoy some of the background music. Enjoy. All right, one more minute, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome everyone who is hopping on. Welcome everyone who's watching the replay. And if you guys want to help let everyone else know about this, make sure you share this link out, emeroy.com/live. We're starting to see some familiar faces right now. Hey, Anna, Brandon, what's up? How you guys doing? Mani, how you guys doing? Megan, is that Mark? Hey, Mark, how you doing? All right, I think it is about time to get things going. I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of the music as we are about to start. Okay, it's almost, no, it's just about time to start. It's about 5:59 right now. Okay, I'll probably give them an extra minute or two or so for other people to start hopping in. So those of you who've been hanging out with me for the past 15 minutes already, I've just been setting up shop, making sure every tech possibility is out of the question, because my last online training was back in November, and I had to do that do 3 trainings in one day, because the first one I didn't click the start broadcast, so I was talking to myself for a whole hour, and then the next one no one could hear me, so I was pretty much again talking to myself for an hour, and people were pretty much couldn't hear me. And it wasn't until the third time I got it right. So, and it's been about November, December, January, about 3 months since I started. So, yeah, I'm glad I finally decided to do this again. It's been a crazy few months. Those of you who are on How to Break Dance for Beginners, whether you're a student or you just are on the free workshop, okay, I appreciate you guys. Hopping on. Okay, and yeah, let's get right onto the show. Okay, so I'll give a couple more minutes. Actually, not a minute, a couple more minutes. Moments for a few more people to come in before I get right on. It's a little bit bothersome that you can see my little window setting right here, but you know, it is what it is. I don't mind sharing with you guys. Okay, so let's get right onto it. Actually, okay, it's 6:01. So you guys are in the right place. So hello, everyone who's just hopping on, and everyone on the replay. You guys are in the right place if you are afraid to dance in public, feel like you're too shy to dance, think you have no rhythm, are tired of being a wallflower, and you feel like you have white boy moves. Okay, you're in the right place if you, let me back up here, want to learn how to break dance and rule the dance floor. And you can do that with these 3 simple hacks I'm going to be showing you guys today. Cool. So let's, again, if you find yourself in any of these categories, this training is perfect for you, especially if you feel like you don't have rhythm or you're too shy. I experienced that, as I'll share in the training later. And you feel like you have white boy moves, which a handful of my students have experienced, but through a lot of the training and just going through the steps, okay, and a lot of the stuff I'm going to share with you today helped them out a lot. Cool. So my main goal is for you guys to take action on at least one of these things. There's 3 things I'm teaching you guys, and I'm going to be sharing with you guys a lot of information, and that can be overwhelming for some of you guys, because it can be like, what action step do I do next? Okay, my goal is for you guys to do at least one of these things, whether it's you learn a move, you learn the routine, or use one of the methods to build your confidence. My goal is for you guys to just do one of them. Cool. So, and if you stick around, I'll be sharing with you guys a way to sign up for and how to work with me for over 80% off. So I don't normally offer it for that much, but it's the first training of 2016. I figured, hey, why the hell not give everyone an opportunity to work with me? Cool. So first things first, before I get started, make sure you close all your windows, close all your tabs, put your cell phones on vibrate, take notes, because I do have a tendency to talk pretty fast. I'm going to try to give as much as I can with you guys within the hour, and also give you some time to do some Q&A as well. Okay, and again, by the end of it, after this whole training, do at least one thing. Okay, so what makes this whole training different from all the YouTube videos, classes, and everything out there? Okay, first off, it's live and online, and there's not many live online breaking out there, and I'm going to be giving you guys the best stuff to really get you guys jump started in training in your breakdancing. It's not just moves; it's how you can apply them and then use them to build your confidence. Okay, which you don't really find a lot on YouTube. Most of the time you'll just see how to do this move, but when it comes time to actually do it, how do you use that and leverage it to really help build your dance for confidence? It's not something that a lot of instructors talk about. Okay, so again, which one of these best describe you? Okay, I'm too old, I'll break something, I don't have rhythm, it looks hard, I'm not strong enough, I don't have any coordination, I don't want to look like a fool. Okay, if you're in one of these categories, okay, this training is for you. And believe me, I've heard it all. I've heard a bunch of reasons as to why they shouldn't dance, or why they haven't taken that leap of faith to just even give it a shot. Okay, aside from having you guys learn and apply one thing, I hope it inspires you to actually go do it. Okay, don't do it because Emily told me to do it, but to do it because you're inspired, because you want to break through these sort of stories and limitations that a lot of us tend to put upon ourselves. Because dancing can get pretty deep like that, but if we allow ourselves to just get to it, I'm getting ahead of myself. Allow ourselves to just go for it. Okay, we're gonna grow confidence in not just dancing, but a whole bunch of areas in our life. Cool. So a little bit about me. I feel like I started on that one. Okay. I first started back in 2005. Whoops. This is me. Highlights, braces, nerdy glasses, and all. Practicing at my friend's backyard. I think this is right after I graduated high school. I started breakdancing then. I started breakdancing when I was 18. I've been b-boying for over 10 years, teaching for over 6, going on to my 7th year. I'm a 2-time City of Alhambra b-boy champion. And but before all that, I started dancing at 8, but I quit dancing because I was called a faggot in 6th grade. Okay, that just destroyed my confidence. Imagine you being 9 or 10 years old and being called a faggot. And this is during an era when dancing wasn't cool. And for me, it was emotionally damaging. Okay, some of us may be experiencing that right now with things we love. Okay, it's not just dancing. It could be a certain hobby you want to pursue more and people are putting you down for it. Okay, and for me, I was going through a lot of years of self-doubt because of it. Okay, and for a while I thought dancing was stupid, and in reality I was just afraid to be judged again. Okay, and some of us, like I said, may share that. We're afraid to look wrong, afraid to look stupid, okay, afraid to just be judged. Okay, and this is what holds a lot of us back. Okay, and it took I picked things back up in my second year of high school. No, not my second year. My third year of high school, when all my friends joined the dance team and I pretty much had no one to hang out with. And from there, my confidence began to build again, which led me to no longer being afraid to dance in public, no longer being afraid to be judged. It's still there, but it's not paralyzing me. Okay, and it led me to discovering how to break dance and creating my team called Family Business. This is us about 4 years ago at HIPHOP Internationals. Okay, and I'm here to tell you that I understand where you're coming from. I went from loving it to hating it, and then to being afraid of the dance floor for years, afraid of dancing, afraid of being judged. And it took a long time for me to build that confidence. Okay, and it was a process, and I don't want you guys to go through that. I want you guys to break through that and really feel comfortable in your own skin, feel great about yourself. Okay, when I started teaching, I wanted to save my students from going through all this. Okay, which is why I do more than just teach, and I developed this specific method to help everyone not just learn the moves, but build their confidence. Okay, so throughout my process, I did a lot of things right, but I also did a lot of things wrong. Okay, I learned I learned everything on my own. Okay, I wanted to get really good when I first started, and 2005, YouTube wasn't exactly a hotbed for tutorials yet. It was still like a baby. So the YouTube tutorials weren't exactly blowing up yet. So I had to go to workshops, classes, jams, and if I didn't have money or time, I had to learn from friends from whatever they know. Okay, and one of the huge mistakes I did is I learned so many moves that all of them looked terrible. Okay, what we're going to be learning here, and one of them, actually, I'm going to save that for later. You're going to be learning in one of the hacks that you don't need to learn a whole bunch of moves in order to be a really good b-boy, a really good dancer in general. Okay, so since then, I had the opportunity to compete at Hip Hop International, performed with crews such as Culture Shock, Mixed Elements, Hit the Floor Production, along with some of legends of the b-boy scene, Crumbs and B-Boy Machine. If you don't know who they are. YouTube them. They are really amazing b-boys. They're legends and pioneers, not so much pioneers, but legends of the scene. I've taught at dance studios such as JV Dance Center, and currently at Boogie Zone Utopia, and performed with international artists such as Jonathan Varay from the Philippines. Cool. So time and again, I've had students of all ages and backgrounds, even if it's just for a one-time thing for fitness or confidence. The method I'm going to be, these hacks that I'm going to be teaching you guys have helped them not just learn the moves, but they've been able to utilize it in not just, like I said, for fitness, for competition, for battle, for just recreation. They've been able to apply it for that. Okay, I want you guys to learn the moves, but I want you to feel confident doing it so you don't end up crashing and burning like this guy. Okay, so quick disclaimer, I'm not going to be doing any live demos. Tried a couple webinars ago, still something we're improving, and my webcam's broken. So it's also going to save me a lot of time and energy on my end because I tend to explain every single move in detail. So you are going to be learning some moves today, but you'll be getting access to it in a different way. And again, the goal is to keep this training within an hour. And plus, you'll have something to refer back to. Okay, so you're going to be getting links to the specific moves that you guys are that I start everyone off with. So you guys ready to learn how to break dance in a simple way? Or learn how to break dance in a simple way and how to break dance? Yes? I see a couple of you guys in here. Show me your reply. Talk to me. Don't hate me. Yes, yes. Cool, cool, cool. All right, let's do it. Okay, so the 3 hacks. Hack 1, you only need a few moves to look great. I just mentioned that. I'll go into detail on that in just a second. Next, number 2, you use those same exact moves in different orders. Hack 3, you only need a few exercises to boost your confidence. Cool, so let's get right on to hack 1. You only need a few moves to look good. Okay, so I'm about to show you the 6 moves that I teach all my students, okay, whether online, live, to help really give them a boost in learning how to break dance. Okay, but first, let's give you some context first, so I have a better understanding of how everything flows. There's 5 fundamental elements when it comes to breakdancing, and when you get more advanced, it goes to 7. So first off, there's top rocks, which is the top part of dancing on your 2 feet. Transitions or go downs, which is where you transition from your top rocks to your footwork, which is you're dancing on the pretty much dancing on the floor. This is the most unique part of breakdancing. You don't see this. You don't see us any other dance doing this much floor work. Okay, then there's freezes. Okay, pretty much a pause in the middle of your dance. Okay, and then there's power moves, which is head spins, flares, air flares, and whatnot. And these specific moves take a long time to learn. So today I'm going to be giving you guys just basic moves based off these 4 elements for beginners. Cool. So if you look up how to break dance, there's a million moves out there. Okay, this is just a search on just 2 different searches on how to break dance. Cool, and it can be intimidating. Some of you, someone who doesn't know how to break dance can look at it and be like, where do I start? Do I start with a head spin? Do I start with a 6-step? Do I start with, I don't know, this how to top rock sexy dance moves? I think that's my friend that one. Okay, so if you just pick one move from each element, then you're just about set. Okay, so the elements meaning, again, these. So 1 top rock, 1 footwork, 1 freeze, 1 transition, and I'll show you those right now. Okay, so your first set of moves, should you choose to accept, okay, mind you, these moves only look complex of how much movement they make, but a lot of these moves are actually pretty simple. Okay, some of you guys, so save some of the questions for the end because I want to make sure you guys get the good stuff. I want to deliver my best as I'm on a good flow right now, and I want to make sure I'm on a good flow. Okay, and again, no live demos today. Okay, so the first 2 moves for top rocks is the kick and twist and the salsa rock. Okay, notice that these elements aren't moves, but they're more umbrella terms. Okay, there's more than one top rock, like there's more than one footwork move or power move. Okay, your next move, the transition move is a very simple one called the W. Next one, your first two footwork moves are called the CCs and six step. Okay, same thing with footwork. It's an umbrella term. These two are still my favorite go-to moves. Okay, it's one of the reasons it's important to have these specific moves is that if you ever run out of ideas, you can just go do them, because it becomes muscle memory the more you do it. Okay, because breakdancing, eventually you do get more creative with it, but with these moves, if you just happen to run out of ideas, you just go to it. It'll still look like you're flowing. You still like you're dancing. There's no disruption within the flow. Okay, next is the pilot freeze, your first freeze. This freeze helps you learn how to do a side freeze, baby freeze, as a precursor to your windmills. Okay, so it's a good place to start. It's very, very flexible in what you can do. Okay, so you can get all the moves here at emeroy.com/webinar moves. Let me share that link real quick for you guys. Emeroy webinar moves, but don't go yet because there's still a whole bunch. Oh, I sent it in the wrong one. Sorry. Comment. Where's the chat box? Okay, there you go. Let me share it here. Okay. Cool. So let's get on with the show. Okay, so does that help so far? I'm giving you guys the exact moves to practice and saving you guys like literally hours of trying to search. As I hope it does. It wasn't this easy when I first started. I didn't have YouTube to just go to. It's like, oh, I want to learn how to do a flare today. I want to learn how to do, I don't know, a three-hole concept or three-hitter quitter concept. That's that you can just find on YouTube nowadays. And there's so much easier. I'm pretty envious of a lot of young dancers nowadays because the resources are so readily accessible. Okay, so moving on to, oh, no, actually not to that too. So this is Stephanie, my fiance. Okay, this method really hit home when we first started. We first started dating. Okay, we wanted to do something together, so we decided to enter a battle. Okay, the problem was she had no experience. Okay, and we only had like less than 3 days to get ready. Okay, so we decided to dedicate 2 nights of training to get her ready. Okay, so we implemented this first hack. We learned just a few basic moves to help get her ready. Okay, and we implemented hack two, which we're going to be talking to in a little bit. Okay, and we focused on an hour of those moves, those specific moves, an hour on something called commandos and routines, an hour of freestyling. Okay, and this is all just using those same basic 5 moves, and I'll show you how to really. I'm gonna say what's the best word for it? How to maximize that small amount of moves in hack 2 in just a second. Okay, the result was we were champions. We didn't expect it. We just wanted to do it for fun. And I wish we filmed it because I didn't film it because I thought we were going to lose. I didn't think we were going to make it that far. But we won, and I wish we had pictures, but I managed to dig up some footage of a little bit of footage of her freestyling. Okay, and I want to impress upon you that you don't need a whole lot of time or a lot of moves to get fluent in breakdancing. Okay, so this is some of the footage. This is us holding the trophy, her doing a little bit of breaking, just me with an ugly face while breaking. Okay, so that's pretty cool, right? I mean, 4 hours to get ready for a battle, and then we win. Okay, so I know that you guys aren't going for that. This is a pretty extreme example. Okay, I know some of you guys just want some cool moves to show off or something to get ready, help you get ready for a girlfriend's birthday or a talent show or a wedding. Okay, but if it worked in an extreme situation, imagine how it would work for you when you have time to get ready. Okay, so hack 2, use those same moves in different orders. Okay, so we just covered the 5 fundamental elements of breaking. Okay, top rocks, go downs, footwork, freezes. I blanked out for a second, and power moves. Okay, this one's all about recycling those moves in different orders. That way you look clean when you do it, and you don't overwhelm yourself with the massive amount of moves, and it makes it look like you look more experienced. That was redundant. And you look less repetitive. Okay, and this is what I call the beginner's freestyle formula. This is how you put your moves together. From a newbie standpoint, okay, all these moves look really random and don't make sense. And by the end of it, you'll be able to put all the moves together in a simple routine. Okay, so this is 2 top rocks, a transition, 2 footworks, a power move, and I mean not a power move, 2 footwork and a freeze. I just went ahead of myself here. Okay, so that's the basic beginner's freestyle. And I already just gave you that. 2 top rocks. Okay, I think that's the next slide. Okay, 2 top rocks, which is the kick and twist and the salsa rock. Okay, the transition, the W, 2 footwork patterns, okay, or moves, CC and 6-step, and you end with a freeze. I just equipped you guys with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 moves already. Okay, and this is how you would put it together. And some of you guys are thinking, but Emroy, this stuff is hard and confusing. I didn't even learn the moves yet. Okay, and I hear you. This is a lot to take in immediately. Okay, which is why I'm giving you this. I'm giving you guys this routine you can use to practice. I sent you the first 6 moves already. And this routine is to help you look natural instead of making you look choppy. Okay, remember, this routine is a guideline. Okay, it's the whole point of the routine again is to help you put the moves together, and because it's almost like learning a language or knowing bits and pieces of a language. It's not really sexy if you only know 1 or 2 random words, which is why this routine is important for you guys to learn. Okay, and once learning this routine, you'll notice that there's a pattern here. Okay. See that? You can even twist it around and move it a bit. Eventually, you'll be able to create your own combination of moves however you want. Say going from this basic one where I implement all the moves you learned. Okay, going to from a simple one top rock, 1 transition move, 1 footwork pattern to a freeze, and then going from a simple one to going to a much more complex one, such as starting from your pilot freeze, whoops, then moving to your CC, then kick and twist, salsa rock, the W, 6-step, and pilot freeze. And this is a complex looking set using the same exact moves I just taught you guys. All this was created with that those same 6 moves. Okay, it's never about the amount of moves you have, it's what you can do with them and how well you can execute. Okay, that's what makes you look good. That's what makes you look like you're badass. Okay, so again, remember, hack 1, you don't need a whole bunch of moves. I just gave you 6 moves. Hack 2, you use those moves in different orders. Make sure you look clean going in between them. That's why I gave you guys that routine. Okay, so there's a lot of variations because there's a whole bunch that you can go with. You can start off with the routine, and then you can explore from it. You can explore with whatever you can do from there. Okay, so Jay, this is he's a 39-year-old CEO of a game company. We had 5 weeks to get him ready for a wedding. Contacted me saying, "Yo, Emra, I got to perform in front of 200 people. 0 experience in dancing and performing to having to perform." So having 0 experience in dancing to having to perform in front of that many people is like giving a basketball to a complete newbie and telling them go play in the NBA. Okay, so here's what we did. Started off with the same exact moves that I taught you guys, simple and complex. They look simple yet they look complex yet simple. Okay, then from what we went a little further when we were doing a whole bunch of emailing. So Emro, I don't like these certain moves. So what we did, we dumped some certain moves he didn't look like. He didn't like, then we gave him some more moves that worked on him best. Okay, then from there we worked on his freestyling that complemented his style, created a couple combinations using the freestyle formula to get him ready, and then we progressively used his confidence building blocks, which I'm going to explain to you guys in hack 3, to get him used to performing from a low pressure situation to a high pressure situation. It's a completely different feeling going from practicing in a dance studio or by yourself to having to perform in front of 200 people. Okay, so can you imagine that being you? This is a lot less extreme than Stephanie's story. We had a little bit more time. Okay, but you notice that it didn't take months or years to build to get the moves or build your confidence. It was just simple steps to follow, especially since we were just hitting each other up online. Okay, so next hack is you only need a few exercises to boost your confidence. Okay, I mentioned earlier that I quit dancing for 4 years, and during those years were throughout those years, whoops, I just dropped my pen. Throughout those years, there were school dances, and I was pretty much this guy when I went to them. Yeah, I watched others have a great time, and I even got more jealous when there was a dance circle. Like it wasn't so much like, oh, they're dancing with my crush. It was like, damn, they're the the cool guys, or the people with the dance circle are the cool guys. I wanted to be them. But during my middle school years, like I said earlier, I quit dancing. So in my head, I was like, I hate dancing. Air quotes on that one. Like, confidence can be tricky because we all have different levels of it. Some people are more some people are comfortable speaking to a group. Some people would rather just be alone, which is totally okay. So it's not something where I can teach you a specific move or technique or tactic that you can instantly start building confidence. Hold on, I'm gonna drink some water real quick. I'm sorry, guys. Okay, so first off, let's get on the same page of what confidence is. Okay, according to dictionary.com. It's a feeling of self-assurance arising from one's appreciation of one's own abilities or qualities. Okay, that pretty much means the building trust in your ability to execute the moves. Okay, so the first two hacks were focused on moves and how you can execute them. Okay, but moves are pointless if you can't show them off. It's one thing to build confidence dancing in your living room, but it's a completely different thing when it comes to dancing in front of 2 people or even 5 people. Okay, and there are 3 easy ways to start. There's a lot more, but these are the first 3 ways to get started. Okay, so I call them confidence building blocks. Hey, so what it is, you do one slightly scary action step, slightly scary, like minuscule, just enough to get your heart going, and then you keep doing it until you're bored of it, and you go to the next confidence building block. Okay, so if you're just starting, performing in front of an audience of 200 might be just too much to ask for the first time. Okay, you might want to take on something a little less risky, a little less scary, something a little way more safe. Okay, the confidence building block number 1 is use the mirror. A lot of people, for some reason, don't like the idea of looking at themselves. Okay, that reason in itself is enough to do it. If you have access to full body mirrors at the gym, have access to a dance studio, or if you happen to have one, okay, start with this. Practice the moves you're going to learn. Hold on, let me take this out. Practice the moves that I shared with you guys, and really study yourself doing them. Or even simpler, just stare at yourself in the mirror for a good 30 seconds. Okay, you're going to notice that there's going to be a little bit of uncomfort, but if you can look at yourself confidently for 30 seconds to a minute, you're going to start feeling a little bit more confident with yourself, because executing these moves in front of other people is about having confidence within yourself. Okay, you're going to feel awkward at first. That's totally normal and okay. You just keep going, you keep doing it. Okay, confidence building block number 2. This is one of my favorite methods to do. It's because I can focus on executing the moves, and I can see what I need to improve on later. Okay, so like some of the world's top athletes, like Kobe Bryant, LeBron James, they study their game tape before every game. They see what works, what didn't work. Okay, this method will not only improve your technique, but you also start noticing faster results, because you can start correcting things immediately, and this also helps build your confidence because you're improving that much faster. Okay, confidence building block number 3. Perform in a semi-public setting. Now, this is one of my favorite building blocks. Okay, this is really inviting you to step up and let go of what's holding you back. Okay, let's get this cleared. I'm not telling you to actually perform in a public setting like going to a mall, but this is more like an empty grocery aisle, a park, or a gas station. So keyword is semi-public. Okay, these are areas where people could possibly see you. Okay, so why this specifically? Okay, it's slightly higher risk than the previous 2, but not as big risk as being in a extremely public setting like performing in a mall. Okay, even if you just do 1, 2, or 3 moves in a semi-public place, you've already done it. You've already taken that leap of faith. You've done something to improve your confidence a little bit. Okay, and you'll notice that even if people were there and they were passing by and they saw you, more than likely they're either going to admire you or They just won't give a shit. Yeah, they're just gonna walk on with the rest of the day, or maybe they might think you're crazy. But either way, they're gonna have passing thoughts that you're not gonna hear, and you already did something that's gonna help improve your confidence. You're doing something that's helping improve you. Okay, so they can just go about on their day, and you can go about yours. So, Jacob, one of my students, one day I challenged him to perform at a grocery store. Okay, one of the methods I told you, semi-public. Okay, it scared him out of his mind. Okay, he had to go 2 rounds. One round was a really bad warm-up, and then the next round he had to go full out of the next one. And I told him, just do one move, and you do the CCs. Okay, that's one of the moves I just showed you. And next thing you know, he was breaking in the produce section. Okay, just doing a couple rounds of the CCs, and from there he already felt the adrenaline, because there are already people, you don't see them in this little GIF here, but there are people walking around buying their produce. They saw him and they thought that was pretty cool, and from there he felt the adrenaline. He didn't care about the people, and that's exactly what I try to teach every single one of my students. Most people, when they're about to do it, are scared. Most people who are watching you, who see it, are scared, and maybe even envious that you can break dance. This is something I did today when I was hanging out with my son. We were at a park. There was a whole bunch of birthday parties, and I just started doing some break dancing, and people were just staring. Kids, adults were just staring and admiring. Okay, so after he did his mini freestyle at the produce aisle, Jacob was just practicing his moves throughout the store. So that's, can you say, like a freaking huge confidence level up, even though it's like that small little exercise. Okay, this small little thing, okay, can make a huge impact. Okay, can you see yourself doing any of these exercises? Okay, whether it's using a mirror, using a camera, or even performing in a grocery store aisle or a park. Okay, they're pretty simple, right? Yep. So as a little bit of a bonus, I want to give you guys tips, and so you guys can improve faster than any other newbie out there, or noob. Okay, it pretty much falls on these basic pillars of learn, practice, perform, feedback, repeat. Okay, so before I get into it, give yourself permission to suck. Okay, the truth is you're not going to get this all overnight. Okay, and all those who are considered overnight successes actually have been working 5-10 years before they're even noticed. Okay, there's no such thing as an overnight success. It's about putting in the work and allowing yourself to go through this phase that you're gonna suck at first, but then if you keep grinding it out, you're gonna get better. Okay, first phase or first pillar is learn. Like I said, there's a lot of moves out there. Pick the ones that you want to learn first. Okay, this is just some of the moves I have readily available. Okay, you don't want to overwhelm yourself. Pick 1 to 3. Just start off with using the coming from the elements I showed you. So notice 1 from the top rock, 1 from the get down, 1 from the basic freeze, and I could go as far as to say I can get one of these even more. Okay, power moves will take a little more time. Okay, so next pillar is practice. Have a specific place to practice, whether it's always going to have practice in a room, always going to be practicing in the living room, a park. It's just like how we go to a specific doctor's office to get checked up, and it helps sort of set that mentality, or going to school or going to work. There's a specific zone for that. Okay, you got to have a specific place for you to practice your moves. Okay, next is you got to have a game plan of what you're doing. So some of you guys may not have the time or don't want to practice 5 or 6 moves at once. Okay, practice 2 moves. Okay, 30 minutes on one, or even 20 minutes on one, 20 minutes on another. Next is eliminate distractions. Phones are going to freaking kill you while you're training. It's going to waste your time. You're going to end up going into the little rabbit hole of Facebook, Instagram, or Snapchat. Okay, you're going to be watching all that, and then by the end of it, you're going to notice that an hour passed by, training time is done. Okay, if you really want to be effective, it's not always about the amount of hours you put in. It's about how you use those hours. Quality over quantity. Next is quota frequency. Okay, you're going to practice 3 times a week, 2 times a week, 1 time a week. It's all up to you. Okay, the more time you put into it, the faster you're going to get. The faster you're going to grow. Cool. So what I don't recommend is doing once a month, because once and then that long for your to practice those moves are just going to go into atrophy, and you have to start all over again. Okay, next is perform. Okay, that means do one confidence building block a week, and then have an end date or performance date in where you're going to perform for a big audience. So keep in mind, it's not 200 people, not 100 people, a big audience like that you're comfortable with. Like some of you guys may be just comfortable with 5 people or 10 people. Go with that. That's what I mean. Okay. So next is get feedback. Measure your results and get feedback. This means having for your friends tell you what they think. Though chances are they're probably going to tell you they're really good because they're not dancers. A mentor, or hit me up on YouTube. I'll give you some feedback. Watching your video, see what you like, see what you don't like, or sharing it in a Facebook group. Okay, get some feedback from other dancers, get some other eyeballs on there to make sure that that are going to be honest with you, that aren't too close to you, that aren't afraid to tell you the truth. Okay, that feedback is going to help you continue to grow. And not all feedback is going to be for you. Some people might just say, "You suck," okay, or "Great job." Okay, some of that feedback, it might hit home, might not. So whatever you hear, specifically those people who troll and say you suck, man, forget those guys. A lot of people are going to say that either way. I've been hearing that all my life in terms of dancing, and if we let that hold us back, we're never going to grow. Okay, so those people who say that, forget them. But the people who say great job, okay, those are people who supporting you. And even better if it's people that give you long form answers. They tell you what, like, your foot was in the wrong angle when you did this move. That type of feedback is extremely valuable. Okay, then repeat. You take all the feedback, and then you practice again. You go back to stage 1. Okay, it's a cycle. Okay, so this slide isn't supposed to be here. Okay, well, either way, let's weave it in here. Okay, so I gave you guys 6 moves, and don't do the same mistake I did where I learned like 20, 30 moves, and you look sloppy doing all of them. Okay, that was my mistake when I first started. I learned so many moves, and when it came to battle, that pressure situation. Okay, and some of you guys may dread the idea of performing in front of others. Okay, and can only imagine that type of situation. When you're in that zone, when you're in that pressure situation, you don't have time to think. Okay, and the problem was when I learned those 20, 30 moves, I was in a situation where I couldn't think and I couldn't remember a damn thing. Okay, and this is why I only give you guys 6 moves, and why I strongly recommend practicing 1 to 3 during your practice time, because you want to have strong focus in what you do. Okay, Bruce Lee said, "I fear not the man who has practiced 10,000 kicks once, but I fear the man who has practiced 1 kick 10,000 times." So again, quality over quantity. Okay, so now let me ask you guys a question. So we've covered some pretty cool stuff today, right? I mean, would you guys mind if I share with you guys a way that you guys could work with me? Because I really think it's going to help you guys learn a lot faster. Okay, and I really think it's something that you would enjoy if you guys love today's training. Okay, let me know. Type it in. Yes, cool. Let me check the other page. If you have, I'm managing 2 different little live pages right now. All right, so some of you guys, cool. So let's do it. So the how to break dance for beginners. That's my course. Okay, it's a complete step-by-step guide in teaching you how to break dance in 30 days or less. Depends on how fast you really want to get through it. Okay, so what you're going to be getting in my course, okay, is a 30-day beginner's guide. You get a move to practice every single day. You'll get 7 methods in how to build your confidence. This goes beyond the 3 I just showed you. Okay, and this is way more than a month of training with me. Okay. So this is 30 days worth of training. What did I write here? So anyways, so 30 days beginner's guide, weekly exercises that you guys can use to build your confidence, a private community for support and feedback, because dude, learning this stuff on your own sucks. It can get boring. Okay, hang out with us. If you need help, let us know. I'm actually working with a student right now. Right after this, I'm going to be filming something, giving him feedback on his kick and twist. Okay, you're going to get 3 hours of music to practice at home, 50+ moves, and I'm still going to be expanding on this on what you've learned. I'm actually going to be filming this Wednesday with another friend with some other advanced techniques that you can learn. Okay, unlimited access to the material. So that means once you're in, you're in. You can stop say you start next month and you have to stop the following month. You can start next year if you wanted to. Okay, and you guys can practice at the comfort of your own home. Okay, this is a total value of $650. Okay, say you enroll into the course and start next month. This is what a snippet of what your 30 days would look like. Week 1 would be the jump off. You learn the basics. You learn how to not look stiff. You learn how to warm up properly so you don't get injured, and you move. You learn to move one day at a time. Okay, and you learn along with that, you learn with a routine that helps you look natural with the moves, kind of like how I taught you guys today. Okay, and on the 7th day, you do one confidence building block, like the ones I showed you earlier. Next is something called expand. Similar to week 1, but you expand a little bit more on your move set. You learn a slightly harder routine, and this will give you a little bit more variety in your skill set. That's really going to help set you up for week 3. And then again, at the end of the week, do a confidence building block. Okay, and you notice that there's a balance of practice, perform, because this is how you build confidence in your skill set. Okay, so week 3 is Freestyle 101. This is where you begin to really grasp and take the dance into your own. Okay, this is where you learn how to stop thinking so much and just do it. Okay, this week's a lot of fun because it's filled with hella drills that I use for my live classes, and the whole goal again is for you to stop thinking and just trust you can do the moves. Okay, confidence to start with building trust. Okay, next is a capstone project. This is where you take everything you've learned and you create your own new unique freestyle, and then you present it to the class you present it to the private community. Okay, at private community, and I forgot to mention, you do the hardest building block available. Okay, you pick the one. Say you've been practicing one throughout the past few weeks. You pick a much harder one, just to push you up and level you up a little bit more. Okay, and once you're done, you can start expanding your skill set with a massive amount of moves from the library. Okay, so this is a quick little preview. Okay, this is some of the moves you're going to be seeing. I'm in the course right now. Okay, some of the footwork, some of the freezes. Okay, you can go beyond everything I taught you. This is your guideline, but I'm also giving you guys the freedom and flexibility to really, really own the dance. Cool. So Julien, he's a former student of mine. He wanted to learn how to breakdance, but we didn't have a whole lot of time. Again, this whole timely situations, okay, especially with what do you call it? More industry type of dancers. Okay, we didn't have a lot of time. I don't remember how much time we had, but essentially, the whole point, we focused on the basic moves that I taught you guys. I taught him routines so he understood the flow and the movement. And then, similar to Jay, we took out moves that didn't complement him, added moves that would best make him look good, and then we created a couple combinations using the freestyle formula from Hack 2 to show off to the judges, and boom, landed a commercial gig and landed this Target commercial. I think this aired a couple years ago or a few years ago. It depends. I don't watch that much TV anymore. So yeah, hey, I know all you guys are super excited from everything you learn now. All this knowledge is great, and I really love that I got this opportunity to share with you guys, because I've never really shared these 3 hacks before. Okay, and again, like I said, all this knowledge is great, and I'm hoping you guys are getting the value you want, getting what you hope to get out of this class or this workshop, and are excited about dancing. But all this knowledge is useless if you don't take action. My throat's drying up. Sorry, guys. I'm gonna get some water. So I know some of you guys are gonna hop off this training and be like, "That was dope," and then the following day you do nothing and everything stays the same. And I know it's a small, I know a very small amount of you guys are going to take action, learn the moves, build your confidence, and create results. Okay, so again, here's a quick overview of the course. 30-day beginner's guide, weekly exercises that helps build your confidence, private community for support and feedback, cheat sheets and PDFs to help you stay on track, music library for you to practice home. Forgot to mention that's 3 hours worth of music, 50 plus moves for you to expand on what you already know, unlimited access to the material, practice at the comfort of your own home. Total value of $650. Okay, so some of you guys, some of the questions I get is, am I too old? Okay, Leonard is a 32-year-old photographer who loves gym, Zumba, and breakdancing. Turned to breaking as an alternative way of staying fit. And as I talked to him, whenever he does it, he burns at least 800 calories doing it. Jay, I just shared his story. 39-year-old game artist used breaking to get ready for his wedding. Okay, and this awesome picture of this grandma that I found online, and just another proof that age is really no limitation to go after what you want to do. And honestly, there are going to be some physical limitations. Like, I'm not going to tell you if you're like 60 to start doing a head spin or windmill, because that probably won't be the best move to learn. But hell, you can still learn to dance. I mean, why not that? You're never too old to learn to that. They're never too old to start learning how to build confidence. Okay, but I also know that you guys are worried about getting injured, which is why I added this bonus. Okay, I never really thought that people want some basic strength training, but those of you who are on the train today, I'm giving you guys dope bonuses such as this. The first one being B-boy strength training. Okay, I don't want you guys getting hurt doing this. That's not my intention. I want you guys to get good at dancing and build your confidence. But if you get hurt in the process, I don't want that to happen. So what you're going to be learning is some basic strength training, and strength training, stretches, some mobility exercises, and so you can build your strength and coordination for this dance. Okay, the next bonus is advanced training. Once you go through all 30 days and you seriously want to level up your breaking, this is the way to go. You're going to be learning way harder routines, concepts, which is really going to, if I could just do a workshop on just concepts alone, and how you don't need I told you guys you don't need a whole bunch of moves to really look really good at breaking. You learning concepts takes that like 10 steps further, where you probably only need 3 moves if you got the right concept that works for you. Okay, so it's going to give you a lot more variety. It's going to give you a lot more mastery with the dancing. Okay, so hello. So again, 30-day beginner's guide, weekly exercises that slowly build your confidence, private community for support and feedback, okay, cheat sheets and PDFs that help you stay on track, 3+ hours of music to practice to, 50+ move library so you can expand on what you've learned, unlimited access to material, practice at the comfort of your own home, B-boy strength training for your bonus 2, advanced routines and concepts. Cool. So I know some of you guys might still be hesitant about this. I'm going to take on all the risk by letting you guys enroll to the course. And if you feel like you aren't progressing, you aren't building confidence or anything, okay, hit me up. Okay, I'll give you guys a full refund, okay, within those first 30 days. Okay, I'm going to take on all the risk. So you guys can try it practically for free. And if you don't like it, I'll give you your money back. No hassle, no fuss, no complaints, no anything, okay? So Andrew's a 28-year-old therapist, okay? He enrolled online. Okay, he learned the same exact moves, went through the same process. Okay, he loved the freestyle part of class so much. It finally gave him the confidence to go out there and perform. And he went, like I said right here, he got the basic idea of dancing, and he performed and danced. Not performed. He danced at. I don't know if he said it was his cousin's wedding or a friend's wedding, but he went to the dance floor, and now he's hooked. Okay, he messages me on Facebook all the time. So like, can't wait to like, I've been busy with school, but I can't wait to train again. Okay, that kind of stuff. This is the stuff I love hearing from students. Where they learn the moves, they show it off, and they feel really good about themselves. This is exactly why I do this. Okay, so Peyton, same thing. Whoops. Wanted to get ready for an audition so she can compete at Hip Hop International. Wanted to wow the judges with her versatility. So a lot of the kids these days have so much expectations from them. So what I did, again, same thing. Worked with her with the center, the same basic setup, followed the steps, created a freestyle, created a combination to show off to the judges, and boom, from there she got to compete at Hip Hop International. That, as you can see here, this kid here, second to the left, okay, she got to compete, and I think she went to go compete at the World Championship. So she competed to go represent the U.S., and then she got an opportunity. From that top 10, she got to represent the U.S. Top 10 U.S. I hope I'm making sense. But yeah, you guys starting to see a pattern here. Okay, so as another bonus for this training, I'll be adding power moves. Okay, this is windmills, flares, swipes, backspins, and whatever you call it. Okay, keep in mind these moves take a while, so be patient. It can take 1 to 3 months or even 6 months depending on the move. But once you get it, you'll be badass. There's a $400 value because these moves take a while to learn. Okay, so there are 2 types of people when they hop onto this training. The shy guy who's more reserved, and a bit more timid. That's okay. And then there's the eager learners, the ones who take action, the ones that scare some people, and as like this guy right here, and they're the ones who know what they want and they go for it. So which one are you? Okay. So again, here's that 30-day beginner's guide, weekly exercises that slowly build up your confidence. Okay, private community for support and feedback, cheat sheets and PDFs to help you stay on track, a music library for you guys to practice at home, 50 plus moves to expand on what you've learned, unlimited access to the material, practice at home at the comfort of your own home, B-boy strength training as bonus 1, bonus 2, advanced routines and concepts, bonus number 3, power moves like the windmill. Like the windmill. Okay, so if all I did in this training was give you the confidence to go on the dance floor and rock it, would it be worth it? Okay, if all I did with the course was give you the ability to give you a kick in the butt to finally get you moving, would that be worth it? Or if all I did through the course was help you discover your rhythm or break through that story you don't have rhythm, would that be worth it? Okay, and what's learning to dance or learning how to, or even more, what's learning how to be confident dancing worth to you? Okay, and you can see why so many people are paying me hundreds of dollars a month to train them, because my method works. Okay, and you can see why it's a good deal at $13.50, and general enrollment is $2.99. But I'm not going to give that to you guys. I'm not going to give it at that price for you guys, because you guys are awesome. And on today's training, okay, you can enroll today for just an affordable price of $49. That's over 80% off of the general enrollment. You can head on over here to emeroy.com/enroll. I'm going to share the link real quick for you guys. emeroy.com/enroll. Oh, so now you have two choices. You can bet on yourself. Okay. You can invest in yourself. You can learn some moves. You can start building some confidence. You can start creating results. Or you can do nothing. Okay, everything stays the same. The ball's pretty much in your court now. Okay, remember, everything I've taught you is not theory or things that might work. Okay, this is the same method I've used for myself that helps me get ready for performance in the dance and for battling or whatever the context is. And it's the same method I use to teach so many other students, because it gives them an idea of where they are and where they need to go. Okay, and it doesn't matter if you have experience, you're not experienced, you're young, you're old, okay, you're big or not. Okay, it's all about taking baby steps. Okay, so here's the link. Here's the link again. Okay, 30-day beginner's guide, weekly exercises that slowly build your confidence, a private community for your support and feedback, cheat sheets and PDFs to help you stay on track, a music library for you to practice at home, 3+ hours, keep in mind, 50+ move library to expand on everything you've learned, unlimited access to the material, practice at the comfort of your own home, bonus 1, B-boy strength training, bonus 2, advanced routines and concepts, bonus 3, power moves like the windmill. Okay, so it's full price is $2.99. Again, your price $49 just for anyone who's on this training today. Okay, and this is what's going to happen. Once you go to that link, it's going to take you to this page on a site called Udemy or Udemy, so depending on how you guys pronounce it. Okay, this is I host my training on a website called Udemy. It's going to take you to this awesome page. You're going to click on the Take Course button. This is going to come up. You're going to create an account, and then from there, it's going to ask you for that's the old price right there. Okay, you're gonna put in your credit card information and everything. Okay, and then from there, it's gonna start. You can start taking the class immediately. Cool. So again, it all starts with taking action. You can try to figure it on your own via YouTube, workshops, going to jams. Okay, spend the same amount of time I did, or you can learn how to break dance in 30 days or less, like a lot of my students have been. Okay, I mean, imagine no longer being shy to dance in public, breaking through that self-talk that you have no rhythm. Okay, I mean, I worked with plenty of people who seem pretty hopeless. So again, here's the link one last time. I think from here is where I started doing Q&A. So if you guys have any questions, I'm going to spend a good 10 minutes answering some questions. So that way, I know I threw a lot at you guys. I'm gonna give you guys an opportunity to ask me some questions, whether here on Google Hangouts or on the private chat area that I set up for you guys. Questions? I'm gonna drink some water. Feel free to talk to me. Okay, here we go. Let's see. Okay, so someone asked, how good can this be versus the other, like going to a studio or working with a private instructor? So, okay, so just go. So let's look at the options. Okay, so option one, you can go to a dance studio. The average cost nowadays for a class is about 15. excuse me, 15 bucks. And so since the goal for this course is to get you to breakdance in. Hold on. Sorry, another comment. There's a fag comment. I'll get to that in a bit. So, where was I? Oh, okay. So the whole goal for this course is to get you to be able to start breakdancing in 30 days. And let's assume you're going for the 30 classes. Okay, that's about 450 bucks right there. That's not including the amount of gas you need to travel to the studio or however far you are. Okay. And next is working with a private instructor. I do that too. Okay, and the question is, how good are they? Do they guarantee the results? And it can range from $40 to $100 per session, and that's about, especially with 30 days. Let me do my math right here. I just want to make sure I'm doing that right. $40 times 30. That's about 1,200 to 3,000 already. Okay, and then then you can work with me. Just take the course. 30 days. 49 bucks. Cool. One of the questions I got, I just saw this right now. Okay, does the fag comment reflect my views on gay men? No, that does not reflect my view on gay men. I have a lot of gay friends. I really don't. I had a gay friend growing up. He came out. He was like 2-3 years older than me. He came out, and I was like, at a very young age, I was very, very accepting about it. I just, back then, being young, and then that sort of like that it was bad and whatnot. It kind of shattered my confidence and reflected me. It didn't mean I was thinking, oh man, I'm gay or I hate gays or things like that. It just hurt because back then, because it's a derogatory term. So I hope that answers that question. If not, and hopefully if you're still in there, whoever asked this question, oh, Vinny. So yeah, I hope that answers your question, Vinny, if you're still in here. Questions, ladies and gents. I got any more questions? You have to be physically strong. No, I've pretty much covered that. You don't need to be physically strong. Guys, you don't need to be physically strong to do this. Okay, I've worked with students who were more muscular than me, and even they had a hard time holding themselves up when it came to their freezes. While on the other hand, I've worked with kids who are practically the size of a twig, and they're able to do freezes just fine. It's not a matter of physical strength, okay, though that will help. Okay, it's like a small amount versus the bigger picture. Okay, it's a matter of putting the steps to work, learning the moves, building your confidence. It's not about being macho here. Okay, what I don't recommend is being reckless and throwing your weight around and getting hurt. Okay, that's one way that's a huge mistake. Okay, is there an age limit? Okay, so the question I was just asked, is there an age limit? The youngest I recommend is 6 to 7. Any younger than that, I've found that they have more difficulty with coordination, but I've been proven wrong before. Okay, I've worked with students from ages 6 to 40 plus when it came to breakdancing, and it all comes down to how passionate you want to learn. Because this can be a little hard to learn at first, especially if you pack on that much, if you try to learn all the moves at once. Okay, but if you want it bad enough and you take things step by step, like I've been suggesting, okay, then you're gonna. Did my computer just crash? Sorry, guys. My computer just freaked out on me. Hopefully I'm still on. If you guys can hear me, just give me a moment to get things going, up and running again. Computer just freaked out on me. My computer's kind of old. I need to upgrade it. I've just been too lazy to do it. I'm sorry, guys. So I'm gonna go. Okay, I'm assuming that you guys can still hear me. I'm gonna hop on via cell phone, so you guys can see. Oh, things are going back up. Hallelujah. So, okay, so how long? No, that's not a questions. Anyone? So let me double check that we're still good. Cool. Yes. So, does the course make me dance well enough to make my own moves as well as teach others? Yes. That's the goal of the course. Well, one of the mini goals. So the main goal is for you guys to learn how to break dance, and then literally rule the dance floor. That means being confident with your moves. Okay, and then everything else I teach you in terms of in week 3, that's where you start. That's where you start exploring and creating your own moves, creating your own move set. Okay, and how I structured this is how you guys are gonna be technically sound with all these moves. Okay, I break every single move into crazy detail so you guys know what to do and what not to do, and that way you can start teaching others the same thing. If they ask you, it's like, oh, Stacy, teach me how to dance, and you're like, okay, cool. You're sure I'm gonna teach you how to break dance? This is terrible, but yeah. So that's what you can. That's the what you can do. You can create your own moves, and you'll be pretty good enough to learn, as long as you like don't teach them the wrong way and tell them to do. I don't know, do it on their fingers or on their head. Any other questions? I'll take on one more, then I gotta bounce. No? Okay, if you all right, so I guess that's it. So thanks, guys, for hopping on. Everyone who's watching the replay, thanks for hopping on and sticking through this whole time. Everyone who's live and came in and out, thank you guys for learning with me today, or hearing out what I wanted to teach today. I hope you guys, again, implement one thing I taught you guys today, one of the hacks, and it's all about taking action. Cool, whether you guys enroll or not, okay, do one thing, take action, do something that's going to help you get that one step forward to creating that confidence, or creating that learning how to break dance, whatever it is that you're trying to achieve. Cool. So that's it. Thank you guys for hopping on. Again, there's the link one more time, emeroy.com/enroll. I'll see you guys on Instagram, Snapchat, YouTube, or in the course if you guys decide to enroll. And peace out.